we're finding a lot more stuff than we actually anticipated. We're on the east end of the workyard, and the workyard should be coming to an end right about here. That's why you see we established a fence just demonstrating the end. And what we noticed when we were doing our analysis of the part of the workyard that we've excavated was that the artifacts were telling us that it wasn't actually the end, that there was more site on the eastern side. That artifacts, instead of becoming less, as you would expect on the edge, were actually increasing, suggesting an activity area, a building, or some place where enslaved people would actually be working is in this area. And so we said, well, that's great. We'll go ahead and open up a block. This is half of the block we've opened up, and we're going to take this down to the layer that's here when Native Americans are here, and then we'll go through that layer down to a layer that was formed before humans lived here. And then we'll repeat this process. We'll just pick this up and we'll go and do another block identical to it on that side of the fence.
Because that's what really makes archaeology fun, that you think you know, you have maps and you think you know, and then all of a sudden you start digging and you find out that you don't know.
Yeah, well, I mean, without a doubt, the one of the beautiful things is that you know, no 2 days look the same in archaeology. And the minute you have a confidence in something, the archaeology will knock you down and sort of try and teach you that you don't know everything and you need to go ahead through the process, and then at the end of the process, then you know everything. And this site is particularly bad about trying to keep its secrets. It kept its location of the house away from us for 8 years, and even when we uncovered half of the house, we still couldn't tell it was the house. It had said, no, go ahead and uncover the whole thing, and then you can see how I was organized and what I looked like.
So the things you're finding this year, is that changing your thought as far as what this yard looked like?
It will eventually. It's already sort of said, hey, you have not discovered the edge. The site is going to continue on. So there's a minor change, but I'm hoping for big changes. If there's a great structure in here, that a building that supports the house, and an important building that supports the house, I would be delighted with that. I'd be happy to change our interpretation to sort of make it reflect what really happened.
Has this changed, because I know you had talked about, or has this changed your plans on over the next few years where you're going to do archaeology?
So it can. I mean, if it turns out that there is a building in here, we'll end up spending a lot more time here than we originally right now we sort of originally envisioned this block this year, the other block, the parallel block next year, and then we'd be done. But if we start hitting things, we don't take things apart until we've uncovered them in their entirety. And so we'll have to sort of, if there's a building out here, we'll have to uncover it in its entirety and then take it apart.
You found anything really, really interesting, or anything surprising this summer?
So the weirdest thing about this is once you get the sort of modern fill off of it, 18th century artifacts and prehistoric artifacts start showing up almost immediately. And part of it is there's a lot of roots in here, and so maybe the roots are sort of pushing this up. But, and if that's the case, it's suggesting that this area is going to be incredibly rich as you go down. If those little bits of roots were able to push up, say, 5% of the artifacts up a little higher, then that means that we're finding an enormous amount of artifacts. That means what's left and still in the ground is going to be fabulous.
So the students will be here, through the end of July?
So the dig is scheduled to go till the end of July. And so, and these are actually graduates. Everyone here has graduated from Mary Washington, University of South Florida, and VCU.
It looks like they're having fun.
I think they are.
Well, like you said, I mean, this is a fun site. Not that, I mean, probably every site has its pluses and minuses, but this sure does have a lot of twists and turns.
And it has two really nice things going for it if you're an excavator. One, it's really civilized. There's no poison ivy, there's no bugs, there's a bathroom that works. Sort of a country club archaeology. And then number two is there's been people who've been on this landscape for 12,000 years, and they're messy people. They've left a lot of things behind. And so, but those things combined make this a very pleasant place to dig. And then this year, you get even shade.
It's shade, I was going to say. This is fantastic.
So they're going to get spoiled. We're going to have to make them pound rock someplace in the sun later to make up for this.